What is next for Jaime Munguia? Well, after stopping John Ryder in round 9, what is next for him? Well, a big fight for him is the fight with David Benavidez, and this fight just makes sense as both want a shot at Canelo Alvarez, so the winner of this fight should get a shot at Canelo Alvarez. But who will actually win this fight? Well, I truly believe that David Benavidez has way more speed and has way more power than Jaime Munguia. Not only that, but Jaime Munguia's resume does not compare to David Benavidez, because David Benavidez has beaten Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade, fighters that Jaime Munguia has not been put up against. So I truly believe that David Benavidez will completely destroy Jaime Munguia in less than 8 rounds. Now the next big fight for Jaime Munguia is a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Now this fight just makes sense as Jaime Munguia just beat John Ryder and stopped John Ryder in round 9, something that Canelo Alvarez hasn't done. But who will actually win this fight? Well, I truly believe that Canelo Alvarez has way more skill and has way more experience than Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia, the only opponent that he has beaten is John Ryder, that is high ranked. Canelo Alvarez, let's not forget, he has a big resume and has beaten tougher opponents than Jaime Munguia. So I truly believe that Canelo Alvarez will knock out Jaime Munguia before round 9.
Now, these are all great fights and all, but let's go over some context involving these fighters, and that is that we all know the situation between David Benavidez and Canelo, as David Benavidez has been mandatory to fight Canelo for around 3 years now, and he still hasn't gotten the fight. But it's also been rumored that in 2024, Canelo's first fight will be against Jaime Munguia, and then Canelo will go on to fight David Benavidez, which I honestly like this order of these fights happening, only because it's best that the David Benavidez fight happens at the end of 2024, since this fight has been hyped up for way too long. Now, here's where some might get things wrong and might get a little bit confused, and that is because most people might say that Jaime Munguia could be Canelo Alvarez based off his performance against John Ryder, which, just don't get me wrong, that was a good performance, but it isn't safe to say that that was the same Ryder that we've seen in the Canelo fight, or that wasn't the best Ryder, only because to get beaten that bad, knowing that Ryder took so many different punches from Canelo Alvarez throughout the whole fight and he didn't get stopped, it isn't safe to say that that was the same Ryder. You might have think that he wanted to get better in order to redeem himself, but at the same time, like I just brought up, there's no way that was the same Ryder in that fight. But in the end, who beat who? I think it's safe to say, and I think nobody can disagree with me if I say that Jaime Munguia is in 3rd place, and then it's Canelo, and then it's David Benavidez, as he's been staying very active and he's been fighting active fighters, while Canelo's over here fighting old fighters who are way past their prime, like Triple G.